Hey guys, let us continue with the Inside Current Affairs for Prelims, which is Insta PT30. So we are doing the Science and Tech part. We will continue with that. So the next news is about the Low Altitude Escape Motor, LEM. So this is for the Gaganyaan project basically. So this has been tested now for the crew escape system from Sriharikota. So this is being tested by ISRO from the Sriharikota, and it is for Gaganyaan project where we send humans to space. And the next news is about the drug shortage, which is haunting the HIV positive community. So there is a kind of protest going on outside the NACO office. NACO is the National AIDS Control Organization. So what are the major drugs used for HIV? Dolutegravir, lopinavir, ritonavir, abacavir. So these are some of the drugs. We have to remember them. These terms can be given in the exam and they might ask all these are related to which one in use. So these are the drugs given for HIV. And the next news is about the African orphan crop. So African orphan crop varieties, it help plant to battle high temperature and nutritious low food crops. So this orphan crops are the nutritious local food crops, local. And according to AOCC, that is African Orphan Crop Consortium, so they say that these orphan crops are used to address food security on the continent. Example for orphan crop, it is buckwheat, quinoa, yam, sweet potato, etc. And the next news is about the extremely aged remnant of galaxy. So extremely aged remnants like fossil lobes of radio galaxy, it has become active recently. So the fossil remnants of radio galaxy has become active. So 260 million years ago, what will happen? It can help us find out the evolutionary history of universe. So this is a good thing. Because of this remnants getting active, we can know the history of our universe. And the next news is about the under at the IDEX project. Like IDEX is the Innovation for Defense Excellence, a startup called QNU Labs. So under the IDEX project QNU Labs, they have launched the QKD. What is this QKD? It is the quantum key distribution. This is a kind of secured communication technology it has a secret key to encrypt and decrypt the messages. So IDEX, it is funded by the department DIO, which is Defense Innovation Organization. It funds this IDEX, and under this IDEX, QNU Labs have launched the QKD. And the next news is about the corneas. Corneas bioengineered from the pig collagen. It can restore the sight. So corneas are the eyeball. We have it in the eyeball, right? So the corneas bioengineered from pigs are being restored for bringing back the vision of human. This has been found by the Sweden researchers recently. And the next news is about in Arunachal Pradesh, drones have been used for medicine from the sky project. So they are drones, they will deliver the drugs in case of emergency. This has been done in association with WEF, World Economic Forum. So first flight was from Sepa to Chayang Tajo. It is in Eastern Kamang district, Arunachal Pradesh. First drone facility has been done under the Medicine from the Sky project. And the next news is about India's first hydrogen fuel cell bus. This has been developed by KPIT CSIR. So we all know CSIR, this is a research and development organization established in 1942, and its headquarters is in New Delhi, and it is being funded hydrogen fuel cell bus by the KPIT CSIR. And the next news is about the NFT, non-fungible token. It is a kind of digital asset whose ownership is being verified through transaction record stored on blockchain. And what are the examples of some of the traded NFT? It is being traded for artwork and also digital avatars, etc. And what is OpenSea? So this is one of the largest NFT marketplace. NFT marketplace is called OpenSea. It is built on Ethereum blockchain to trade NFT. What is the major difference between cryptocurrency and NFT? Cryptocurrencies are fungible, whereas NFTs are non-fungible. That's the main difference. Fungible is like interchangeable. We cannot like interchange NFT and get some other currency or anything. And the next news is about the rainwater, which is being contaminated with PFAS, that is per and polyfluoroalkyl substance called forever chemical. So rainwater is being contaminated with forever chemical. What will happen? Tendency to stick around in atmosphere, rain, soil for long period, because of which it will get stuck, the chemical. And the next news is about the tomato flu, also known as tomato fever. It affects the children, especially who are under 5 years. And it is caused by Coxsackie virus A16. Coxsackie virus A16 causes tomato flu. So this is from enterovirus family. And it is a kind of self-limiting disease. There is no specific drug available for it. And the next news is about the observatory to monitor space activity. So first commercial observatory was located in Garhwal, Uttarakhand. This will monitor 10 centimeter size of microscopic particle and Space Situational Awareness Observatory, which is SSA. The other function. And the next news is about the HPCL. It has recently launched its first cow dung to compressed biogas. Cow dung is being converted to compressed biogas project. This is being launched by HPCL at Sancho, Rajasthan. So under this, waste is being converted into energy, and it will utilize 100 tons of dung per day to convert it into biogas or energy. And the next news is about the palladium and neon. So because of this Russia and Ukraine war, it is exacerbating the chip crisis. Already during COVID there was limitation. Now it is being exacerbated because of the war. A supply of palladium and neon is being affected. What is palladium? This is a kind of rare and lustrous silvery material, and Russia controls 44% of it. That is why there is a crisis. So this is a white silvery metal, palladium. First it was discovered in 1803. And what is neon? What about neon? Neon is the colorless, odorless inert gas, and it has 2/3 of density of air, and Ukraine supplies 70% of it. That is why both these metals are become shortage of these two metals. And the next news is about the NAFIS. NAFIS is a National Automated Fingerprint ID system by MHA, Ministry of Home Affairs, has launched the National Automated Fingerprint ID system to allow the countrywide search of criminal-related fingerprint. So according to which 10-digit NFN, that is National Fingerprint Number, for each person who are arrested under criminal charge will be taken, and if there is some doubt, they will cross-check with this available fingerprint. And it is developed by NCRB, National Crime Record Bureau B, and it's implemented in Madhya Pradesh already for identifying the deceased body. And the next news is about the SING project. What is it? Spectrographic Investigation of Nebular Gas Project, which is called SING, Spectrographic Investigation of Nebular Gas Project. So this is a collaboration between Indian Institute of Astronomy (IIA) and Russian Academy of Science, who are designing payload for China's Tiangong space station. So India and China, they are collaborating to form Sync project. This is a kind of thing which is made for China space station. What is the concern? Concern is that there is an issue going on between India and China. Tensions are there. So there is delay in the project. And the next news is about the white dwarf. So if this particular thing explodes, it will form a thick dust around the imploding nova, which could unravel mysteries behind the start of life. And what is nova? It is an astronomical phenomenon. An explosion happens for a temporary period, and it gives a bright, very big, huge brightness will be there after the explosion, which is called nova. And scientist S. Chandrasekhar, he said that star mass, which is less than 1.44 times the mass of sun, it will end up as white dwarf. So such small stars, it will end up as white dwarf. And the next news is about CII and EY. So they have released a report titled India, the next global SaaS capital. So in that report they said India is home to 100 plus unicorn, and it is also the hub for SaaS startups. What is SaaS? It is software as a service. So a question has been asked last year in UPSC prelims about the SaaS also. So this is a kind of web-based way of delivering application over internet. So it will ease our work. For example, instead of installing an software and making them and we are running it, we can just use this in the internet itself. It's called SaaS. In India, 18 SaaS unicorns and it's there, and it is the third largest. India is the third largest after USA and China. So what was the question asked in previous year? It is about the buyers can customize their user interface and even they can change the data in the SaaS platform, which is correct. And example of SaaS are Outlook, Yahoo, Hotmail, etc. And the next news is about the CSA6 gene. This gene has been identified in Candida albicans. So this is a kind of fungi. And what will happen? It will cause high mortality rate. So under the immunocompressed condition. So normally it will be present in our mouth, throat, etc. But when it is under the immunocompromised condition, it will be mortal. It will become very dangerous actually. And the last news for today is about the energy National Cancer Grid. It has released or launched the KCDU, that is Koita Center for Digital Oncology. So National Cancer Grid has launched this KCDU, and why it is being launched? To use digital technology to increase cancer care. So usage of digital technology in cancer care. So NCG, it comes under the Department of Atomic Energy, and KCDU, this is a kind of NGO. So that's all for today. Thank you.